What's up, everyone? And yes, I know I'm doing a video walking around. I'm gonna make you seasick here. I sucked this week. Totally screwed up my week. Well, I didn't. Other people did. And I never got a fishing report out. So we're gonna try to get one out today while I'm out running errands, working on some stuff to get ready for spring. And also, I'll give you the report from my brand new studio or editing room or whatever we're gonna call it. I'll let you guys name it for me.
Hey, Smitty! Let's fish it! Ice fish, baby!
So, I'm back from running errands. Took a little longer than I planned on, but I'm here to give you guys an update on the ice conditions and the fishing going on out here on Lake St. Clair. They're still putting machines on the ice. There's quite a bit of ice. The snow, we had probably about a foot of snow on the ice going into this week, and that is all pretty much melted and beaten down into a slushy pool. But there is still some hard pack areas, there's slush areas, so traveling is not as bad as what it was earlier in the week. It has gotten better. It's not great, but it's easier to get around than what it was on Monday and Tuesday. So overall, the ice conditions are in very good shape all the way out to the heaves. If you're a Michigan sportsman, you probably saw guys talking about the heaves, wondering what they are. Well, they're the big mounds of ice way out on the lake, you know, a mile to 2 miles out. Wouldn't venture out past that, though, because that stuff did open up on that big warm-up we had earlier in the winter. But all in all, the ice is in good shape. Do be cautious around areas of current. Those will be problem areas from here until ice out. But all in all, ice is good. That's what I'm trying to say. Ice is good. For fishing, like it is always in February. It's a little slow. Part of that is actually due to the fact that the water temps are so cold out there right now. I was on one of the websites I peruse looking for data and information what's going on in the lake, and I saw a water temperature for Belle Isle. It was 31.8 degrees. And if you are a cold water animal like a fish, you probably won't be moving much. Not crazy active in temps like that, but that doesn't mean you can't catch fish. A couple things that you need to do when this happens, and this happens on inland lakes and on the Great Lakes up here in the north, but you have to change your tactics. You can't get really aggressive with them. You could go to baits like a Purus. Diamond willows are good at this time because they fall so slow and they stay really vertical. Fish wigglers, little pieces of night crawler on a teardrop. Just slow down. Guys are still seeing a lot of fish. They're just having a hard time getting them to bite. And the nice thing is here in Lake St. Clair, I'm not sure how many of you guys know this, if you want perch and they're not biting, go ahead and throw some steel at them. Yes, I mean spearing. You are allowed to spear perch here on Lake St. Clair on the U.S. side. Don't think you can spear perch on the Canadian side. Maybe one of my Canadian friends can leave a comment down below, confirm or deny if you can or cannot do that over there. But with that said, with the warm-up that we have coming, we will be losing ice as this happens, since we are transitioning into last ice phase of the ice season. But what that does also do is it brings the water temp up in the lake, and that's going to improve the bite, and that's going to improve the fishing. Now, with that said, I do want to remind everybody to be very cautious on the lake as we get further and further into last ice. Or those cleats, have your hand spikes on, have your spud with you. Make sure you check everywhere you go. Particularly after this weekend, next week, you're going to need to be really cautious out there getting around. I don't want to see anybody get in trouble, go for a float, or go through here at the end of ice season over some fish. But let's get back to catching these fish. The areas that I've been hearing some reports from, Gino's flagpole area, I have gotten a few reports from there. I did hear of some guys that were out in the fog, and they heard a lot of hooping and hollering out by the point at Metro. That could very well have been phenomenal fishing going on that evening, or it could have been some natty ice and some PBRs, guys having a good time. So maybe they caught some fish out there, maybe they didn't. If you are looking for walleye, the afternoon, evening bite is still the best time for you. and also get out there early because you could get after some really big jumbo perch in those same walleye areas. If your goal is bluegill and crappie, Cotton Road continues to be a really good area for that. Had a 11-inch bluegill come into the shop that just missed the free fishing contest board, just barely taking over the first spot. It wasn't a super tall 11-incher, just a little long, but one heck of a fish. Didn't snag a picture for that gentleman as he came in right as we were closing up last night, and he was in a hurry to get home, and we were trying to get out of there for the day. But all in all, fishing's getting good. As we warm up, make sure you start checking those canals and some of your favorite marinas. Those areas tend to get a little bit warmer before the main lake first, and the bite does pick up in those areas. So yeah, fishing's been fair, but as things warm up, the water temp should warm up, fish activity should get up, and we should get more and more fish. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to have ice on top of these perch when they go to spawn, which can make for some incredible jumbo perch fishing, but can also have some really sketchy ice at that time. But the bite can be just incredible. So if timing happens right, could have one heck of a nice out perch bite. But if timing goes the other way, and we don't have ice as they go to spawn, nothing wrong with dropping the boat in the water and going and fishing them on a slip bobber. But all in all, guys, thank you for coming in the shop. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel. I do want to remind everybody, if you click up into this corner, this corner of the video, you're going to see a little gray box. That will give you a link to a video where you can win free tackle. Just watch the video, explain how to go about winning that free tackle. That is actually coming from me, not from Sportsman's Direct. So I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel and everybody that will do what the video says. And hopefully, we'll see you here next week for the new report. Good luck, tight lines, and good fishing, guys.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It helps me, it helps the channel, it helps everyone that likes to catch fish.